I play two characters. The first one, the main character, it would be Diego. Diego is a taxi driver, and it's the first person that meets John at the airport here in Mexico City. And after that, when John came to the clinic to remove the cancer, Diego plays himself as a doctor, and the name of this doctor is Dr. Cortez. And this doctor, he's a very professional doctor, because he doesn't even know how to do properly a surgery. And after that, when John knows that he was robbed by us and by Cecilia, we are part of the Cecilia team, he put his famous traps on us. The scam is very, very organized. It's a worldwide scam, and right now we're playing and we're scamming in Mexico. Cecilia has a great and solid team that it's the four of us, and well, basically we have the first part of the payment. Our patients arrive to the clinic. We have a very, very specialized clinic here, so we pretend to operate John's, right? And 100 of peoples. And after that, when they notice that they haven't been operated, man, we're done. I mean, you don't know where we at. But John, as you know, guys, he's a very smart character. He always knows where you're at. I think that's one of the biggest hits from this Saw film. Like, John doesn't have a vengeance, like he's just doing poetic justice, man. In his peculiar way, he has a style to make poetic justice, but I will call it like that. It is very terrifying because suddenly I wake up and I have 2 pipe bombs in my arms. And these pipe bombs are attacked by certain kind of cable that I can cut with a bisturi. So I have to take them off through my flesh. So if I don't take them off in a certain amount of time, they will explode. John Kramer is played by Tobin Bell, and one of the things that I learned or what I take to this, for me in this movie, is he is a very disciplined actor. He knows his lines. It's an actor who thinks his scenes, and he works from the yes. Like, you can drop a proposition in the action, and he follows you and he strikes back, and it's very interesting and stimulating to work with actors as Tobin, and man, he leads the scene as the big star as he is, and for me, the discipline and the humble, it's 2 things that I really appreciate to work with Tobin. Gabriela is played by Renata Vaca. She's one of my actresses. We share generation in a certain way, and well, working with Renata is always a blast of joy and partying and dancing in the campers and chatting, we couldn't share too much scenes, not even with Renata, Octavio, or Paulette, but I met these 3 before, and it's very happy to share credits with my Mexican friends, and they're such good and prepared talents. This next Saw film is directed by Greutert, and man, Kevin is awesome. He has all the experience from the previous films, and he knows how to take you to certain places, and he knows what he wants to see. I think it's somebody that understands the language of the Saw universe, and he's very receptive to your propositions as an actor, and that's something that is really joyful and helpful for you, for your process. He's a director who works with the yes, and he's not close to anything, right? And he's very sensitive, and he's very, I remember that he wrote us an email before the movie started shooting here, filming, and he was like, man, I'm so happy that you're with us. And that's a nice touch, you know, like you always appreciate and you always remember those kind of details, you know, and I think he's the best one to direct this film. The traps are back, and that's something good for the fan base, though, and I think we have a few surprises for the fans, like maybe some of the characters could be back or not. So I think it's a good idea to watch the next Saw film.